What's going on, guys? Welcome to this week's episode. I want to have a conversation about tabs, what selections and selection processes I've gone through in order to determine what I use, and the reason you may choose a tab or a particular type of tab. So this is what I started with. This is just a cheap, I think it's even an Allen brand from the local farm store. Just what they had, like calf hair split finger tab that I started out using 3-under. I've shot pretty well 3-under most of the time that I've shot a traditional bow. Early on, I shot split finger, but I just kind of naturally found my way to shooting 3-under. So that's an option if you're getting started, because they're so reasonable and so easy to find. Like I said, I'm pretty sure you can find these at your Rural King or Farm Supply, whatever, that carries like archery hunting stuff. You're probably going to be able to find one of these, and they're not very expensive, like $10 or something like that. So that's one option in a split finger representation. And then from there, I kind of started making my own tabs for a while. This is two different variations of the same tab. This is the original tab that I made that I shot for quite a while. Shot my first, actually I think I shot my first whitetail ever with a stick bow with this tab. And then this is a calf hair version of the same tab. These have both seen a lot of love. So, and I actually like it quite a bit. You may think, man, those are really small. Well, I have a really shallow hook. That's just what I kind of gravitated towards. So that's all the more coverage that I get. And then I'm hooking, right back in there, kind of almost back against you might be able to see where it's worn back in there. Pretty shallow hook. I don't hook real deep into that first groove of your fingers or the first knuckle or anything. I got a pretty shallow hook. You can really see it right there. And that's just proved to be the most consistent and accurate for me. So I graduated onto these and was making these for myself for a long time, and then kind of wanted to start experimenting more with the manufactured options out there that already exist. So from my tab, I affectionately call it a micro tab just because they're so small, I moved on to a Black Widow tab. I really like the Black Widow tab. I actually used this particular tab all last season as well, and it's pretty beat up. It's got stuff peeling off of it, and you can see where I use my middle finger in my grip probably a little bit more than I should, and some of my top finger. But it's starting to wear off pretty good, and it's still a good tab. It's got a little life left in it. But this kind of offered the best of all worlds as far as protection. I like that it's all leather construction, and it kind of bends and conforms to your fingers and kind of stays out of the way really well. I liked that, and it's got this middle, really thin rubber layer in between the back and the calf hair face. I'm a big fan of calf hair, in case you couldn't tell. This was the last evolution of my tab that I made when I transitioned over to calf hair, and I started with calf hair on this one. I really like calf hair. I think it truthfully does offer a superior release, a very clean release. And this one's no exception. This is the Black Widow 3-under tab, and I really do like it. This is probably my top pick calf hair tab on the market. I don't like the Velcro strap it comes with. Very irritating. I cut it off pretty quick and replaced it with, I keep some of this 1/8 inch bungee. I think it's 1/8 inch or 3/16 bungee on hand, and some slider lock cord locks. I keep these on hand, and you can see whenever I'm making my own tabs or whatever, fixing gear, and just went ahead and replaced that. And this was a way better system. I actually really like this tab and kind of miss it sometimes. And great option. This would be a top suggestion for me. And the price is kind of hard to beat. Three Rivers carries them, and several other vendors carry them. And then you can get them straight from Black Widow's website. But it's a great option, and they're less than 20 bucks. I think this is around $16, $17. So it's a great tab and a great option that I would have no problem going back to. And then most recently, I have been experimenting with a Yost tab with a Cordovan face, and I think I've finally come to a conclusion that I like it. The reason that I like it is because it's got less layers. This has 3 layers, a back, a little thin rubber core, and then the cat hair face. This just has the 2. So there's less going on, and it's a comfortable tab to shoot, and it really broke in pretty well. I've got more flexibility with this tab, if that makes any more sense. I like the way it sets into my hand because of the shape that they've cut these aluminum plates to. It really sets into your knuckles against the palm of your hand really well and doesn't move around. And I'm able to kind of unconsciously seat that tab back into my hand the same way every time. Whereas this one, I kind of find myself, and some other tabs, you kind of find yourself kind of finagling it around to make it get into that sweet spot. This one doesn't. It just kind of stays there and does its thing. And I do like it that it's aluminum, so it's more durable. It's going to last. And I think maybe my favorite thing about this is, even though it's pricey, I mean, this is a $50 tab. It's made by Eric Yost, I believe the gentleman's name is, and everything on this is replaceable. You can replace the Cordovan face, you can replace the backing, you can replace the plates, you can replace everything on this tab. So if the back is still good and I've worn through this face, I can get on Yost's website and order a new one. If I don't like the blue, I guess, if it gets scratched up and it bugs you or something like that, you can replace the plates, the back plates on these tabs or whatever. Everything on here is replaceable. And really and truthfully, it feels like you're grabbing a quality tab. You can do a lot with tabs. Like I said, you can make your own. I really like making my own tabs and experimenting like I did with these. I like these tabs just for the ease of, this is one that you can get on a website, order it's 15, 16 bucks, something like that, and have it in a few days. And it's a solid tab, so it's a good go-to. But then you come to something that's quality, made in the USA, and feels like it's going to last you and go through the rigors of off-season, bow season, everything, and you kind of will be able to get used to using the same tab for a prolonged period of time without worrying about wearing one out and constantly replacing it. And the Yost seems to kind of fit that bill for me. And I'm not being put up to saying that. They don't know me. I don't even know them. And I've only been using this for a couple months or so, about 3 months. But I've done a lot of shooting with it, and I'm kind of got to the point where I think I can draw a conclusion on it that I really do like it. It's a good tab. It's a quality tab. And that if you have the budget, if you're able to spend a little bit more on a tab that's going to last you a little bit longer, made a little bit better, still made here in the USA by a family that is huge supporters of the traditional archery and the barebow community. You could buy a Yost tab or any of the Yost products out there, their weight, counterweights, whatever, and it's a great option. This is a bomb-proof little piece of equipment that you don't have to worry about. You can make your own tabs. That's one thing about traditional archery I think is really cool, is that you can make a lot of your own stuff. You can make your arm guards, your back quivers, your tabs, and that's pretty cool. And something fun to experiment with, because if maybe this isn't something you necessarily like, or this, you can get some leather from your local Hobby Lobby or craft shop that carries leather supplies and make your own and experiment, figure out what you like and what's going to work for you. So a tab is the thing that you directly address the string with, and that has to protect your hand. You have to feel like your hand's protected from that string, and it's got to suit your needs. And it can play games with you. You know, if you got a tab in your hand that just doesn't feel right, some of them that I've experimented with have been that case. You're going to know it, you know, and it's going to kind of throw you a little bit. So you want to have something that fits you, that's right for you, and that you're going to be able to count on and not worry about. So that's the video for this week, guys. Thank you so much for watching. You guys, there's a lot of people watching these videos that are not subscribed. If you're watching this video and you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to the channel. And we're on the road to 10,000 subscribers at this point. And I really think it's doable to get there, hopefully, in the foreseeable future. And I think that we can do it if you guys hit that subscribe button and share the channel around. Like this video, comment below. And guys, it's starting to warm up in some parts of the country. Spring is here in just a couple of days. And it's going to be time to get out, hit the 3D courses, and start chasing turkeys as well. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching the video. Get outside, shoot straight, and I'll catch you next time.